It's foggy in San Francisco. So let's head to the sunny side.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Keep your gait a bit pat, and your troubles with no slow step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
Yeah, we got a good show for you. Second episode of Leon Martel's History of Comedy. We got the Corn Chorus. Man, that was fun doing. And we got introduction of college TV. Some incredible breakthrough stuff. And of course, second episode of Retrospections. Jim Turner, Mark Veit, Sarah Weed. Everything is right here on Sunnyside.
On parade, but I'm not afraid. There's a rover crossed over. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
As Mr.
Oops. I didn't time that. They're supposed to be a little bit longer before it goes boom, and then we go on. Oh, man. It's so good to be here. This is Monday of the second week, and it's getting better and better and funner, and I'm so glad you're watching this. But I don't have much time today. We've got a lot of comedy video, which means a lot of comedy video means a little less of Bill, but we're never going to skip the Queen of the World. Let's get over to her. Okay, Queen, you got a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? Wire. Wire who? Why are you not opening the door? She's always the best. We couldn't start this show without the Queen of the World. I guess we could, but all right. This is from, I think it's the 10th anniversary. And as always, or at least for the first 40 shows, we're going to start the Sunnyside shows with a Duck's Breath Mystery Theater comedy video from the Sunnyside YouTube Duck's Breath Mystery Theater comedy playlist. And so let's get over there. And I think it's Mr. Nifty introducing. Yeah, it's Mr. Introducing Frank Iowa.
Iowa himself, Frank Iowa, and his magic notebook. Let's give him a little more. Long time ago. Come on out here, Frank. Frank Iowa.
Howdy. I'm Frank Iowa, and this here's my magic notebook. You know, I gave the boys their start in their first show 10 years ago. So they asked us, me and my magic notebook, to come out here tonight to help you answer the question, what is Iowa? Anyway. Iowa, rich in history, poor in public relations. When people think of Iowa, they think of potatoes. Idaho. People think of tires, rubber, Akron, Ohio. Iowa is the state shaped like a puzzle part. See, there's the little donger that fits in the slot in Illinois. Now, Iowa could be shaped like an old boot, but then it'd be Missouri, our neighbor to the south. Or Minnesota, our neighbor to the north. Iowa is the only state bounded by two rivers, the Cuyahoga and the Nile. Small farmers work all the time out in their fields, day and night. Growing it. Corn.
Corn, 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 corn. Iowa is my home. Corn, corn, Iowa, your God's a corn, corn, corn. The people are corn fed grown. Iowa is my home. Iowa is a beautiful land. Gives you a place to stand. Corn on every hand. Oh, Iowa is a beautiful land. Iowa, 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 Iowa is my home.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You all have a good evening now.
That's Dutch Death Mystery Theater, 10th anniversary at the Hertz Theater. Man, that was fun. Yeah. Hey, if you want to communicate anything to us, there's two ways to do it. If you email quack@duckspots.net, I should have something up, but use your hit quack@duckspots.net. That's the emails that we communicate on. And also, you can, I just found this out this weekend. You can comment on a video and I can respond. I didn't know how to respond. People were commenting and I'd get a note that say, hey, you got to comment. And I finally figured it out because it's this. What's really been fun about this project is that figuring out so many different things. Like I'm now using Runway Gen 2 to make stuff, and that was just so fun to learn. But some of the simplest stuff is, if you don't learn it while you're going on, people just say, oh yeah, you know how to respond to comments. You just go over to this section here. So something old, something new. Here is episode 2 of Leon Martel's History of Comedy.
The History of Comedy. Egypt.
We have few examples of comedy in ancient Egypt. This may have to do with the belief that the ruling class, the pharaohs, were gods, and since they were gods, they had to marry other gods, which resulted in the pharaoh having to marry his sister. This inbreeding resulted in many painful physical deformities, which we do have evidence for in the resulting mummies. The mummy of King Tut shows deformities that would have caused him constant pain his whole life, which reduced the affinity for comedy. The comic exception may be a tomb wall painting of the ceremony of the weighing of the soul. In the ceremony, Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead, weighs the heart of the deceased, which contains their soul. And Thoth, the ibis-headed god, records the weight in the eternal book of heaven. In this wall painting, Thoth is talking to Anubis. The hieroglyphics Thoth seems to be saying to Anubis, "Come on, dogface, how much does it weigh?" And in the next painting, Anubis knocks down Thoth, who is eaten by Ammit, the part lion, part cheetah, part hippo, and part crocodile, devourer of insufficient souls. It's believed that the comedian who wrote this was mummified immediately after.
Okay, that's using Andy Paley's doing the music for that, and he's a good long-term friend, and he does SpongeBob SquarePants and a whole bunch of other music, and I kept bugging him and said, "Hey, you got anything we can use in the show?" And for years, and finally he sent me this CD with so much stuff like that. So we're using his stuff on all of the, well, almost all the new stuff, and there's a lot of new stuff, but right now, we're going to look at the introduction of college TV. That's College with a K. That started out as a web serial in Boulder, Colorado. Really, and if it would have worked because we tested it in Boulder, and there was enough reaction. Put a little newspaper and ran it, and there was enough reaction. But of course, finally turns out to be somebody's got to come up with the money to advertise in all the newspapers in all the college towns, and then there's money to be had. But as in most entertainment projects, you need money to tell people what you got and tell them where it is. All right. So yes, let's go to the college TV. College with a K intro.
SF Comedy videos were released every Tuesday on sfcomedy.org. The SF Comedy website was featured in Wired Magazine in 1999 as a place to see original comedy on the web.
My name's Short. I'm gonna steal your car.
The collective produced over 200 comedy video sketches and a feature film, 9 Lives.
You know what it is that bothers me about you?
What?
Suicide hotline.
This is my face. This is my face happy. This is my face sad. This is my face next to a banana. This is my face next to a banana, lemon, and a grapefruit. This is my face in the shade. This is my face in the sun. Thank you. I hope this tape has helped you get better acquainted with my face.
I'm still working the buttons. This is only the 6th live show, even though I did 35 practice shows. I practiced for how many weeks is that? 6, 7 weeks. But still, this is a one-man band here. But I'm making music with you. And let's get to our feature video, Retrospections, 2nd episode, Hollywood music managers, and being interviewed by Melody. I can't remember her last name. Melody. Melody's interviews in. Okay, let's get over there. I was wrong. I was so wrong. It's TikTok today. I watch TikTok every night, 2 hours. I'm addicted. And every day I'm going to talk about something that's knocking me out about this. And this algorithm is it's amazing. It's never boring. It presents stuff to me all the time that I enjoy. And I have no idea how it knows it. It doesn't have anything to do with my friends. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. It just knows. And it's the most exciting entertainment thing I've ever been involved in. And if you haven't tried it, you just got to go try it and see. Of course, kind of a scary future, I suppose. But the future is what the future will be. And now here's retrospections.
You managed a band called the Phist Folkers?
Yes, we did manage a band called the Phist Folkers. They made one record. You might even own it. It was called Phist Folking, and a pretty intense band, good shows.
Oh, man. The Phist Folkers could sing a folk out of a rock song, a ballad, any kind of song you could come up with. They could sing the folk out of it.
Husband and wife.
Yeah, Danny and Jen.
That was their names. Danny and Jen Phist. Oh, boy. Danny and Jen. What was their last name?
Phist.
Phist. Yes, Jen Phist. Jen Phist was really into oily things, oily parchments that she would put on herself, and she had candles all over the RV.
Yeah. Then whoosh, fire in the RV. Yeah. We were almost to Fresno.
Whoosh, whoosh. It was terrifying, but we got the fire out.
Yeah, we lost the pets. Hamsters are so combustible. Whoosh, right? But we got to the gig on time.
And finished the tour.
Yeah, the show has to go on, pets or no.
And this was, of course, before GPS, and we would drive, and the Fists refused to let us use a map. Maps. That was the rule. No maps. And they would come up with these routes to clubs and write them on pieces of paper that they just made up. Turning left on roads that didn't exist and so forth.
We always made it to the club on time.
They were just straight-laced Christians into the occult.
Does that answer your question?
No.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about the Phist Folkers.
We can answer more questions. Questions all night about the Phist Folkers.
More fist folking. Sounds good to me.
Okay, that's it for this show. Man, that was fun to do. We Zoom shot that in the middle of the pandemic, and it was fun. Making comedy is fun. Doing this show is fun. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be here 5 days a week till the end of the time, maybe. I don't know. Maybe even longer than the end of time. Maybe forever.